Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another discography countdown on one of my favorite bands. There goes my list, so I've got to put that back up there. It's a good way to start the video, but hey, I don't edit my videos, I just let it roll as it happens. So there we go, a little bit of humor to start it off. Today I'm going to be talking about the Italian power metal masters Rhapsody, or now as they are known, Rhapsody of Fire. Yeah, all the humor aside, it's a little bit of a joke these days with how many different iterations of this band there are. They started out as Rhapsody, then due to some copyright stuff they had to change their name to Rhapsody of Fire, and then their guitarist left, but he didn't really want to lose everything to do with Rhapsody, so then there became Luca Turilli's Rhapsody. So then those were coexisting at the same time, and then that kind of stopped. The singer left, he joined up with Luca Turilli, so now there's like Turilli Leone Rhapsody, as well as Rhapsody of Fire. It's a mess, but for this video, I'm not going to be talking about the offshoots. This is just going to be Rhapsody and Rhapsody of Fire, the main band. Just going to be running through their studio albums from my least favorite to my favorite. They've got 12 albums. Let's get right into it. Coming in at number 12 from 2013 is Dark Wings of Steel. This one, it didn't feature Luca Turilli on guitar anymore, and this one just fell really flat to me. It doesn't stand out amongst their catalog. They have so many fucking amazing epic albums, and this is the one that just really didn't do it for me. I don't really enjoy this album. I pretty much never go back to it. Yeah. I'm not even going to name off any great songs from here because I didn't really feel that there were any. This one is just a really disappointment of an album. Easily my least favorite Rhapsody album. That's why it's coming in at number 12. Up next at number 11 is their most recent from 2019, The Eighth Mountain. This is their only album to not feature Fabio Leone on vocals. And I'm not going to shit on the new vocalist. He's actually really fucking good. It's just this album, it doesn't quite stand up to the past ones, but this is by no means a bad album. I actually really enjoyed it. This is still probably like a 7 out of 10 album. It's just, they have such a good discography that it has to be ranked a little bit low because it doesn't stand the test of time, at least not yet. I did listen to it a lot when it came out, but I don't necessarily go back to it that much. It's only been a couple years. So to me, even in that short time frame, if I'm not finding myself wanting to go back to it, it's probably not something I'm going to listen to a lot 10 years down the road, whereas their other albums are things I still pull out all the time to listen to. Great songs on here though. Reign of Fury, really fucking cool, fast song. Tales of a Hero's Fate is a long epic at the end of the album, which Rhapsody is fucking known for. They always put a killer long song at the end of the album. But yeah, that one's coming in at number 11. Now let's get into the top 10. Up next at number 10 from 2016 is Into the Legend. This was actually a pretty good album. This was the last one to feature Fabio Leone on vocals. And there's some pretty killer songs on here, like Distant Sky, and the title track Into the Legend. Really good stuff. This one's also probably a 7 out of 10. Not quite on par with the older stuff. Once again, no Luca Turilli here on guitar. And I mean, he really was a standout member of the band. But yeah, I mean, you still got the keyboardist, Alex Starpoli. And yeah, just all in all, still a really solid lineup. Yeah, can't put this album higher than 10th. Coming up next at number 9 is Triumph or Agony. This is from 2006. This is the first album where they were called Rhapsody of Fire instead of just Rhapsody. But it continued with the same sound. It's not like they vastly changed. It's the exact same band. They just had to change the name. But this is a pretty fucking good album. The title track, Triumph or Agony, is really solid. The Mystic Prophecy of the Demon Knight. This is another one of the long epics. Just fucking really solid stuff here. This is definitely a long album. Very epic, very symphonic, as all of their stuff is. It's just coming in 9th because I like the other 8 better. Up next at number 8 from 2011 is From Chaos to Eternity. This was the last album with Luca Turilli on guitar. And this, what a send-off. This is probably their most aggressive album, actually. Like, really killer, heavy songs. Like, there's a fire on this album that's just not on a lot of the other stuff. It's really got some punch. Almost got some backing screams on some parts, which is very unique for Rhapsody. But it's really killer songs on here. The title track, From Chaos to Eternity, is really good. Aeons of Raging Darkness, Ghosts of Forgotten Worlds is really fucking killer too. That's a really awesome song. All in all, this is a really killer album, probably 8 out of 10. But let's get into some even better ones. Coming up next at number 7 is Symphony of Enchanted Lands 2, The Dark Secret. This was the last album where it was just Rhapsody before they became Rhapsody of Fire. And yeah, wow, this is also another very heavy, awesome, bombastic album. Unholy Warcry, absolutely amazing fucking song. Sacred Power of Raging Winds. Amazing, amazing stuff on this album. That's why I have it ranked so high. But there's still 6 more albums that I have even higher. Let's get right into that. Coming up next at number 6 from 2001 is Reign of a Thousand Flames. This one's kind of a unique album. It's shorter. It's only like 40-something minutes, but there's still some long songs on there. There's just a couple interludes. It's only ranked a little lower. I don't have it higher because there's not enough songs on here. But the ones that are actual songs on here that aren't interludes are fucking killer. The title track, Reign of a Thousand Flames, amazing. And probably my favorite song on the album is the very long Queen of the Dark Horizons. Absolutely epic. I think it's about like 12 or 13 minutes. I can't remember exactly, but really fucking epic stuff. And I love this album. That's why it's coming in at number 6. Let's get into the top 5 now, where this is where it gets really killer. Coming up at number 5 is The Frozen Tears of Angels from 2010. This is definitely my favorite of the more modern era of the band. And it's just a fucking solid album. It's just from the moment you hit play, the first like few tracks, it's very front heavy, I guess, but the whole album is crazy. But all my favorite songs are kind of right at the beginning. Sea of Fate, Crystal Moonlight, Reign of Terror, just like boom, boom, boom. All fucking killer, amazing, amazing songs. And yeah, don't just write it off because it's a newer album. It's absolutely amazing. Definitely needs a listen. Coming up next at number 4 is Power of the Dragon Flame from 2002. This is just another classic epic Rhapsody album. This one's probably like a 9 out of 10. Knight Rider of Doom, Agony Is My Name, Steel Gods of the Last Apocalypse. Just tons of fucking killer songs on here. Absolutely love this album, and that's why it's in my top 4. Coming up next at number 3, my camera's kind of shifting down here. I kind of wanted to show this one because I got the poster right there of my 3rd favorite Rhapsody album, which is Symphony of Enchanted Lands. This is from 1998, I believe. Just fucking killer stuff. I mean, this has Emerald Sword, one of their catchiest songs ever, one of their most well-known songs. Just absolutely killer, killer stuff. Wisdom of the Kings, Eternal Glory. Just one of the catchiest power metal albums ever. This band just knows how to write a catchy power metal song. I know a lot of people will say Rhapsody's a little cheesy, a little over the top with the symphonics and the just crazy guitars, but you need a little cheese every now and then, and these guys are just one of the best power metal bands of all time. If you're not into power metal, you're not going to like Rhapsody, but if you do like power metal and haven't listened to Rhapsody, please go do it. They're so fucking good. That leaves 2 more albums. This was a really tough one. I love both of these to bits, but let's just go with it. Number 2, I've got Donna Victory from 2000. Almost wanted to put this number 1. It's a toss-up for me. I absolutely love this album. This is like 9.5 out of 10. Power metal classic. The title track, Donna Victory, is amazing. The Triumph of My Magic Steel, amazing title, amazing song. Holy Thunder Force, come on, that guitar riff, where it kind of like pauses and the vocals come in, just very fucking epic. The Last Winged Unicorn, just a fucking classic, classic album. If you've never heard Rhapsody, I strongly suggest you probably start with Donna Victory. That'll give you a really good taste of what you're in for, whether you're going to like it or not. But that leaves one album. My favorite Rhapsody album of all time is actually their debut. That doesn't happen all that often, but they just came out of the gates firing, and that is the album Legendary Tales from 1997. Just fucking epic song after epic song on here. Warrior of Ice, Rage of the Winter, oh man, Flames of Revenge, come on, that guitar riff, and the vocals are so fucking soaring and just so good. Land of Immortals, one of my favorite Rhapsody songs ever. I'll probably do a top 10 Rhapsody songs at some point. But yeah, definitely, well, not definitely, it's borderline between Dawn of Victory and Legendary Tales, but for right now I'm putting Legendary Tales as my number 1. It's definitely an album you should check out anyways. Yeah, that's my list. Let me know down below what your favorite Rhapsody or Rhapsody of Fire album is. What's your least favorite? What did you think of my list? Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Until next time, Hammerheart Metal Reviews out!